You're far too kind. Thank you so much. It's very flattering.
I'm sorry for the long question.
No, that's good. It's good. And what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of the lead up to sort of answer the question. I mean, you're right. If you ask marketers to define marketing, if you ask 20 marketers, you get 30 different answers, right? Because we're not very great with language, the way we describe things. And I believe that language is so important because it allows us to create some saliency. So we know what we're talking about. So we can all talk about it concretely or concurrently. So when I think about marketing, I think about the definition from the 1455 Oxford English Dictionary, and it defines marketing as to sell or go to market. I like that, to go to market, right? Okay, cool.
Exactly.
So what is the market? Well, the market is people, right? We talk about market demand, market response, market behavior. We talk about people demand, people response, people behavior. So when we go to market, we're going to the people, right? Marketing is market. Awesome. So why do we go to market? Well, we go to market to get people to adopt behavior, get people to move, right? Don't drink this, drink that. Don't go here, go there. Don't buy his shoes, buy my shoes. Don't vote for him, vote for her. Don't throw away your trash, recycle it. Like everything we do is in service of getting people to move. Awesome. Well, what influences us the most? People.
That's so true. Yeah.
People who are like us, people who subscribe to the same cultural characteristics, they subscribe to the same ideologies, they are like us. So one puts it this way, that culture moves forward on the basis of one simple question: do people like me do something like this? The answer is yes, I do. If the answer is no, I don't. And we make that decision hundreds of times a day. So the question becomes, how do we activate the network of people in such a way that I see people like me take on the behavior? And when people like me take on the behavior, I'm more inclined to do it. Why? Because this is what we're wired to do. This is why the network effect becomes so unbelievably powerful, because we create social proof. We create receipts of identity that are reinforced through the social web that we live in, right? Whether it's in person or zeros and ones or a combination of the two. So we think about how a brand behaves or how a brand taps into this. A brand taps into this by activating a network of people who use the brand as identity marks, use the brand as receipts or badge of who they are. So you take State Farm, for instance. So State Farm is they're an insurance company. They make the majority of their money through car insurance, but they also insure homes. They insure other like boats and whatnot. They have financial services, etc. But auto insurance is their driver. So we had them as a client, and we're looking at, so like, what do you believe, right? Because if we're going to activate networks, we don't activate networks based on value propositions. Like, my razor sharper, my battery lasts longer, my car. Activate networks because of congruence of belief, of ideological belief. The brand has a set of cultural characteristics, and they're going to tap into a network of people who have similar cultural characteristics, so that people use the brand to communicate their identity. Well, what does this brand believe? Sure, we cover your stuff, but like, why do we do it in a Simon Sinek-like way? What's the belief, the why? I call it the conviction, the ideology, right? The point of view of the brand. And when we, really did some excavation on what State Farm is all about, it really summed up to one thing. State Farm helps people make better decisions so they can live life more confidently every day. State Farm is about helping people live life more confidently every day. How do they do it? By having 15,000 expert agents everywhere, anywhere, however you need them, whenever you need them, so that you can make better decisions and live life more confidently. This will happen to provide insurance. This will happen to cover your stuff. This will happen to provide financial services. So with that as like the foundation, we started looking at where State Farm had sponsorships, where they were showing up, where they were spending money. And the National Basketball Association, the NBA, became one really big sort of outlier. They spent an ungodly sum of money with the NBA.
Already before you.
Yeah, they were already there, but they were just wrapping backboards and like jumbotrons, like step and repeats. They weren't doing anything meaningful. They knew that, which is why they said, help us with this. And so fortunately for us, we took the brand's conviction, its belief, the idea of helping people, and we said, oh, this is actually kind of easy, because there's a statistic in the game of basketball that's all about helping people? The assist.
That
Oh,
is so true.
the assist, right? The assist gives us an entree, it gives us license, it gives us permission to be a part of culture through the vehicle that is basketball, through the vehicle of sport. And we're going to do this through the brand's conviction, helping people, and a statistic inside the sport that's all about helping people as well, the assist. So if you don't know, the assist is when I pass the ball to someone to score. That person gets the score. So you made 2 points, I get the assist, right? So I benefit from helping you help the team. So we said, that's great, because the assist isn't sexy. It's not like cool. No one tunes in to like watch the assist of the week. Nobody does, right? Right? Just like no one thinks that insurance is sexy or cool. So there's a really good congruence happening here. So with that, that was like the rocket fuel to get us going. And in most gameplay, the point guard, right, he or she typically has most of the assists in the game, typically passing the ball off, getting the gameplay happening. So we thought, well, who is the biggest point guard in the NBA at the time? And at the time, it was Chris Paul, who was playing with the Clippers. So we said, okay, let's partner with Chris Paul on this. Well, what will we do? We had a lot of ideas. And the team, we're thinking about like what can make this interesting. And we all were like really big fans of the Blair Witch Project. And I remember the Blair Witch Project from the handheld movie, point of view movie where 3 kids go in the woods to film the Burkittsville witch to get, the documentary. They don't come out a year later, you find their stuff. Is it real? And this like completely changed like how movies were made, especially horror movies, like completely changed it, right? I think it only cost them $60,000 to make the film, and it grossed like $260 million.
Crazy, yeah.
Unbelievable. So we're all big fans of this film. And we thought to ourselves, what if we Blair Witch Project this thing? That is, what if we made people believe that Chris Paul had a twin brother named Cliff Paul, but they were separated at birth? And Chris Paul went on to be an all-star NBA player, point guard who passes out assists. Cliff Paul goes on to be an all-star State Farm agent that passes out assists as an agent.
That's so brilliant. I love
it. George Lowenstein talks about this idea of creating a gap in knowledge. He says that cognitive deprivation, that is this unknowing, not knowing, it forces us to like lean in because we have to close that gap in knowledge. So creating a gap in knowledge among hardcore NBA fans allows us to activate these people to lean in, start discourse, start conversation, which allows the campaign to propagate. And it was massive for us, huge.